Hi, this is Don Debelak. We've reached the seventh video in our series Going Forward, Preparing for Sales. Our topic this time is Gather Industry Support. This is the fastest way for you to accelerate your time into market, is to get industry supporters who can help you move ahead. Now there's plenty of possible helpers. Now why do you want to get these helpers? It's all about lowering your risk. When you get a helper, they have contacts, they have market opportunities, they also add credibility to you. They give you a much better chance to actually get into places where you can start to sell, and they can also help you find the right manufacturers. When you started out with your invention, you probably had some original networking done where you were talking about management choices, you're talking about manufacturers, you're talking about people who can kind of help structure your product launch and maybe help you fund your product. Now what you're doing is supporters who can help sell. All you're really interested in now is selling your product, getting it out in the marketplace. Now you have quite a few choices about who you might want to work with. One is marketers of complementary products. So this means that if you are selling a product, let's just say for deer hunting, a person who's a complementary product would sell another product for deer hunters, but they're not competing directly with you, but they have another product that deer hunters would use. You're also looking for manufacturing rep groups are strong in the marketplace who are willing to work with you. If you can find some retailers to support you, this is also great for you to help launch it, because those retailers not only know themselves, but they have other contacts where if the product goes well, they'll promote your product to their other retailers. Same kind of deal with distributors. Once you get them going, they have a lot of market contacts in other parts of the country. They can really help you accelerate sales. And most people don't look at it, but marketers at big companies have a vested interest in seeing how little companies are doing, because maybe they'll want a private label, maybe they'll want to buy you out, or maybe they'll want to come and work for you so they have a chance to have a big gain in the marketplace. Now finding contacts, we've talked about this a little bit before. Number one way I think always is trade show attendance, trade magazine directories. So at the trade shows, and I really highly recommend you just walk a trade show, meet all the people, see who's there. Even just sitting at your lunch tables, people come and go and you can talk to them and you'll find some contacts. You can find them in trade magazine directories. Industrial directories is another spot where you can find companies and then call them up to talk to the marketing people or talk to sales people who might be willing to help you. The Thomas Registry is probably the most well-known industrial directory for manufacturers. It's at thomasnet.com. You have magazine articles. So if you get in your trade magazine, read the articles, see what people are being quoted, see what people they talk about, see people who post the articles. All these people you can call up and talk to and see if they can help you with your product, or just explain what your product is and just explain one problem to them. I'm trying to find some early sales outlets. Do you have any idea who might be a good person to approach? Industry associations, especially when you have an industry association in your state. Be sure to go to those meetings before the join the company, association. You'll go to those meetings, you'll meet a lot of people in the industry, and some of those people might be wanting to help you. Local companies, these are just local companies you might meet through the Chamber of Commerce or other business-oriented groups. It doesn't hurt to go to any Chamber of Commerce type event or any other. You might have a Northeast Metro business group or anyone like that. You might run into some people who are actually in the manufacturing business and maybe can help you. And don't turn your nose up at like accountants or lawyers. Talk to them too, because they often have clients who might have information that can help you. Again, the Small Business Development Center, which is a part of the Small Business Administration, they have free help. Go down there. They have a lot of directories. They have a lot of sources of information that you can use to help you find people that you could contact. And then you want to use the contacts you get to help you find others. Now, markers of complementary products. I have found these companies to be extremely helpful if they're kind of small, they want to have a broader product line, and they want to maximize their sales. Now, every small company has the same problem. One product line companies aren't too popular. Companies really want retailers or distributors, they want a company that has a broad product line so they can kind of go in and sell a complete solution. So when you have other small companies and yourself, often these companies band together to have a more complete line and market it themselves. So complementary product companies have the same problems you do. One line companies are hard to sell. They don't have enough distribution. They don't have a broad enough line to get into enough stores. But sometimes they actually have market presence, sometimes they have markets going on, but they're looking to increase their market. And that is something you can help them with. So don't overlook these complementary products. You find the right companies, they'll be very, very easy to find. You know, if there's inventors or led companies or small or medium-sized companies, you know, as I said, you're pooling resources, you're trying to get better penetration in a bigger market, and you combine forces just to look better and more appealing to the distribution network. And marketing for these companies are almost always interested in you if you're looking for a co-op arrangement. I mean, they might not be in a position to private label your product, and they might need more help from you than that. But basically, they need a co-op arrangement because it helps their sales. This works out even better for you if the products that you sell and the other company sells call for training and support. Now you can combine your service and training people so they know both lines, and therefore you can spread yourself out over a lot more people effectively, because now you have double the trainers and double the support that you had before. Manufacturing rep groups are also very powerful. A lot of these people were salesmen, or they decided to become an independent contractor. They got tired of working for a company, and so they have an established customer base. Almost always they have pretty good credibility, or they really wouldn't be able to be in the market. And why would they talk to you? Well, they might be interested in an exclusive in their area if you have a product they really think will be selling. Often, you know, these guys are kind of not real powerful, so they're often interested in being on your advisory board, or sort of being pumped up a little bit where you're really reinforcing that you need them and how important they are. They like to add prestige, and you know, being on an advisory board and counseling a new company on the way, that adds prestige to them. They're also looking for a big win usually. A lot of time these guys are getting about 50 or so, and they're really looking for their retirement, and they want to get involved with a smart startup company where they have a chance for a big win, so they're also interested. Now you can find these people. Sometimes trade magazine directories have lists of them. Sometimes trade show directories have lists for them. You can scout around with some of the internet searches. And One Stop Invention Shop, we offer rep lists for sale for $24.95 for a wide variety of industries. We put these lists together because in many cases inventors don't really know how to find the reps, and we find it's a popular service. People like getting the reps, and we've kept the cost down really to rock bottom to help inventors as much as possible. Retailers don't sound like the kind of person you really want to help because they're only interested in themselves, but that's really not the case. You're interested in momentum. What a retailer can do is give you an endorsement, and he can give you some quotes about how the product is sold in his stores. And also, they're usually pretty willing to be on an advisory board, so that they can again add prestige. It really reinforces them, and you of course like their help because they know a lot. The retailer's going to also help you do many tests in the store, try out packaging or display options. There's many different ways they have about going about getting you into the marketplace. They typically have enough. I mean, this is the main reason you really like them. They usually know a lot of other retailers in a lot of different parts of the country because of their trade show associations, attending trade shows, going to market, going on buying trips together. So they know other retailers. So if they're happy with your product, you can have them promote your product to other retailers so that you can expand on your initial sales base. Distributors is really much the same as it was for the retailers. They're in the market, um, but of course you want to have distributors that provide sales support. Some distributors you'll find they're just stocking distributors. They take products that are very well known, they put them in their store, and then the stores call up and order the products. And they do this to order, to keep their freight costs down, and also because a lot of the bigger manufacturers won't make small partial shipments. But if you find distributors that are really out promoting the product, and some of these distributors are what I call an integrator, where they carry a full line of products so that the end user gets whatever they want, or the retailer can get the entire spectrum of products from one person. These are the kind of distributors you want. Again, they like to be on your advisory board. Again, they have a lot of industry contacts, and they can tell you other contacts to do. One of the reasons I like having distributors help me is they know the manufacturers of complementary products better than you do, and they know which ones really might be interested in trying to work on a co-op marketing agreement or really need to have a broader product line to succeed. So those companies offer you some incentives because they really the distributors know these companies, they call them, and they know the marketing people, and again, they have credibility that you don't have. And the distributor can help you pinpoint key trade shows or industry events where you can connect with other members of the distribution network. Marketers at big companies. Now, most people think these marketers could care less about a small company. Not at all. You'll find that they're looking at a small company, if for nothing else, a possible company to swing over to it as a startup where they can really make a lot of money. But when you're looking for a market at a big company, you want to look for a company which has complementary products. You don't want to go with a big company that has a product that directly competes with you. Now, the marketer is going to have a lot of interest in your company. First of all, he's going to be interested if you provide some missing holes in the product line that really make the application work a lot better. He's also going to be interested in you because as you grow your sales or mature, he might be interested in a private label agreement with you, where if your product really helps his, he'll bring it in, put it under his name, and then you get all the sales power of a big company. He might also be interested in if he really sees high potential, maybe just buying your company out or licensing your idea, and so that they can add it to their line. All of these things can really enhance a company. So when you have a new and intriguing people, don't be fooled. Those big companies are watching you to see what you can do because you represent opportunity to them. These big company marketers have a lot of knowledge that they might be willing to share. And one thing you should never discount is they might be interested in starting or joining a startup. You can often get these people to maybe make an investment and join you without quitting their job until your market gets going further, and then that person really can help you find distribution channels, find good retailers, find good sales reps, and really help mature your product so that you can really have some strong market penetration.